Today is a special episode of these Marvel Star Wars comic reviews because I'm only going to talk about one issue. And that issue is Marvel Star Wars issue 24. This is an old Ben Kenobi story. Now, this is told from Princess Leia's perspective, who Bail Organa told this to her when she was a child. And it takes place, according to her, at the very end of the Clone Wars. In it, Obi-Wan saves a cruise spaceship from pirates. That's the issue. It's a very good issue, but we need to talk about the continuity of this. So for the longest time, the Marvel Star Wars comics were considered secondary canon. For a very, very long time, until right around Legacy of the Force came out and they started using characters from the Marvel Star Wars comics and ending stories that were never finished, really, in the original Marvel run. Stuff with like Lumaya and stuff that we'll get to much later. But this was one that a lot of people don't consider canon. And this is my continuity fix to this. Number one, Obi-Wan is too old for this to be the Clone Wars. He looks more like Alec Guinness than Ewan McGregor. So, this had to have taken place after the Clone Wars. So, that's the big one. But you might be wondering, he never left the planet. He never left Tatooine, blah blah blah. Well, he did in the EU, if you read Last of the Jedi. The first two books focus around him. And of course, he leaves Tatooine to go help out people. I can't remember. Don't ask me about Last of the Jedi. I read it when it came out, and I don't remember it well at all. So, it's plausible that he would leave. Now, would he just go out on a pleasure cruise? Probably not. It was probably an Obi-Wan adventure that had already ended, that was probably never written, and he was coming back, he was using this cruise ship, and he escaped that way. But they call him Obi-Wan. This is my little fix for this. They're calling him Obi-Wan because this is how Bail Organa told the story to Leia. Now, it probably happened, but not the way he told it, because Leia shouldn't know where he was and stuff. You don't need to know too much about him. You just need to know that he existed, sort of thing. Can you imagine young Leia talking about Obi-Wan and that he was on Tatooine? Obi-Wan would be dead. There would have sent a lot of people after him and he'd be dead. Luke would be dead. That sort of thing. So, it would make sense that Bail would tell this story from a certain point of view. Sort of like in Empire Strikes Back. Well, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, they talk about how Anakin was killed by Darth Vader. And that's true from a certain point of view. From Obi-Wan's perspective, that is 100% the case. Anakin was his student, probably the closest thing he had to a child, sort of thing, his best friend. And he falls to the dark side and becomes this thing that he doesn't know. And eventually becomes this machine where the perfect quote is, he's more machine than man now, which is from Return of the Jedi. So you got it that way, even though Anakin, did he really die? No, he just turned into Darth Vader. They put the suit on as a formality. But from Obi-Wan's perspective, that's 100% the case. So yeah, it's just told from a certain point of view. Overall, it's a really fun little story. It's a quick read. It's probably one of the fastest reads in this Marvel Star Wars, from these Marvel comics I've read so far. So, anyway, have a nice day, everyone.